everyone! So today I decided I would make a quick video so people can come back to it to see how I mix my paint. I'll explain more in detail, and the painting I chose to do today is funnily enough 3 different kinds of paint, so I'll get to show you different things and how I do it. Yeah. Well, actually, it's 4 different kind of paint. So yeah, let's get started. The first one is the zinc white. It's a fluid acrylic. What I usually do is mix about 50-50 the fluid acrylic with JC 800, the pouring medium. I also like to use high flow acrylics or inks. They're about the same and I mix them the same. Really, they're the same. With them, you do not need a lot because they're super pigmented. So to color the medium, you need about, well, what I do is 1 part ink, 2 10-part medium. So it's just a couple of drops of high flow acrylics. This one is interesting. I was wondering what the pigment in it was, and I found out that it's actually 4 different pigments. 1 green, 1 white, and 2 yellow pigments. Most of them are light, so it should sell up nicely. With the soft body acrylics, I used to do 50-50, but they are also very pigmented, and I like to do 60% medium to 40% paint. And finally, heavy body acrylic. It's Dollar Ronnie. It's fluorescent green. Oh, this one I forgot. It's brilliant green, and this one is Hansa yellow medium. With the heavy body acrylics, what I like to do is about 50-50. And then what I usually do is use my old brushes to mix, and that way I can just clean them and reuse them. It's I think it's useful. Okay, so my white is mixed. I'm not gonna touch my white anymore. I like to keep it that way, so it keeps its heavy, well, the density is heavier. Um, my colors, I like to put water in it. The reason I put water in my colors is because water has a lower density than all pigments, and if I want my colors to sell up, they need to have a lighter density than the white. My white is very, well, it has a very heavy density, so it's not too hard, but the more different the density, the more effect you will get. So the soft body acrylics do not need a lot of water. I'd say I put about 5% water to my paint and medium mix. I also like to mix my medium and my paint before I add the water, so I know the quantity I have and I know how much water I can add without underbinding the acrylics. Underbinding the acrylics, it's when you put too much water and the binding polymers and the acrylics are too far apart to stick properly. So to avoid that, you want to avoid to put more than 30% water in your acrylic. Under 30%, it's fine. In the high flow acrylics, I will not put a lot of water either because it's quite liquidy already. So about 5% or even less, like just a couple drops, just to say you help lower the density of the paint. And now with the fluorescent acrylics, that's the heavy body. That's where you have a little more play. You can add a little more water. I like to start with about 10%. And see from there, because depending on the brand, the consistency will vary, and I like to achieve heavy cream-like consistency. Like, it has to be liquid, but still have some body to it. In some heavy body paints, I will add up to 25-30% water because some are very, very consistent. Also, I'll explain a bit on why I choose my colors and how I choose them. I like to know what pigment is in my paint. The pigment themselves is usually how I choose the paints. I want light density pigments, so they will set up with the heavy density white I have here. It's the zinc white. The zinc white is probably the heaviest density paint out there, so it's really helpful to create cells with the when you use the density method. I love fluorescent paints, and luckily for me, there are some of the lightest density pigment out there. And if you want to know what pigments you have in your paints, well, it's quite easy. You actually can check, usually on the containers of it will be written pigment and a bunch of letters and numbers. Take those letters and numbers and Google them. You will find what exact pigment those letters and numbers are and what they mean. And then you can find more answers if you Google and try to start researching on density. And there's the other way is experimenting. Once you know the density of one pigment, you can try and combine it with others and see how it reacts and take notes. So yeah, that's how I mix my paints. And I hope that was helpful to you, and I hope you have a great day. make sure to subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Oh, and if you want to check out the painting I made with these paints, I will put the link in the description for you.